Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of VIP Room. It's been a minute, about like a month. Been about a month back with my dog Bama. Today's
Yeah.
special guest. Feel me? My guy, quarterback for the Houston Cougars, Donovan Smith, 2025 prospect coming out. Man, how you feeling, bro?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Just excited to be on a podcast, chop it up with y'all, see what y'all talking about, and go from there.
For sure, bro. For sure. All right, so let's get it started. Simple, bro. Coming out of high school, dog, bro. What was your recruiting process like?
Recruiting process was definitely different, probably from everybody else's. Definitely not like the typical. I guess you say, I guess like starting quarterback stuff like that. But it was more of definitely had the highs and lows. I was playing wide receiver as a junior when I was down in Vegas. Went to Bishop Gorman down in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I had one offer from Utah State at the time to play quarterback. Moved to wide receiver. Picked up like 3 or 4 offers at wide receiver. So I'm like, shoot, I'm about to be playing a wide receiver. It's a lot easier compared to quarterback. I figured out. So I was like, having fun. It was me and Roma Dunze, who's with the Bears right now. So it was us two at wide receiver. Just was killing it. So I was having fun like that. But my parents were like, nah, you a quarterback. So moved down to Lubbock, finished my senior year playing quarterback down in Lubbock, and then went to Tech, and then just went up from there. They say coaching wise, that same coach that was at Utah State, he went over to Texas Tech and said, hey, I want you here over at Tech too. Feel like you could be a Big 12 quarterback, and then the rest was history after that.
Yeah, for sure. You go ahead, Bama.
What was football like transferring from Vegas out to Texas? I feel like, what I'm saying, just with the social media, I feel
Yeah.
like based off of that, it would be a big jump. But from you and your experience, how was it?
Well, it was definitely different. I don't know. Have you ever been to Lubbock, Texas?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it's definitely a different. It's definitely different. It's more like a homey vibe. More, I always say it as like you get to be a kid again. So it's just like you always hang out with your friends and stuff like that. So I never knew anything about Texas at all. I never been to Texas, so I'm thinking. I think when I first saw it, I think I was thinking of the University of Texas and Texas A&M. That's what I was thinking when I heard like Texas Tech. So I didn't know nothing, but it was a different because there's no city. It's kind of like I don't. There's a downtown in Lubbock, but I don't know if you consider a downtown and stuff like that. But I had fun. It was just like you felt like you were a kid. You hang out with your friends every day. I'm talking about we would have practice. We'd be up there for 8 hours, and then all right, y'all, whose house we going to? So
Oh yeah,
so
type
so
shit.
yeah, I had a lot of fun at Tech. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so when I always ask this for everybody that came on the show because everybody it's always a moment because
Yeah,
working out in college is fucking
yeah,
elite. So you gotta ask me, bro. It could be at Houston or Tech
yeah.
if you can remember. What was your hardest workout in college?
Man, I would say I got one at Tech and one at Houston, but my one at Tech, it was like I forgot what we called it, but it was something at 5:45 a.m. I think I don't know what time of the year it was, but it was freezing. I'm talking about freezing cold. We out there in our workout gear. Some dudes trying to like be big and tough, wearing no
Mhm.
shirts outside, and it's freezing. I'm talking about dudes was sweating, their beards was freezing and stuff like that. Um, But it was like we just had like it wasn't nothing crazy. It didn't seem crazy. But we had like 6 stations. We had like 2 tug of wars. We had sleds. We had tire flips, and it was like one more workout. But it was like just a constant rotation of stations. Then you had to run after that. And I'll tell you, sleds is not my thing at all. I'm over there all fours, crawling, trying to push this sled across the thing. Everyone else moving it clean and stuff like that. It was terrible, and this is at 5:45 in the morning, so you're not even awake. It's cold outside. You can't even see nothing. Your tears is freezing, and it was bad. That was a
It
real
had to
bad
be.
one.
It had to be a winter workout. It had to be.
Yeah, it probably was because I can't imagine no other time it being that cold
Yeah.
and being in summer. But no, that was terrible. I would not do it again. And everyone coming into college, you better buckle up because it's probably gonna get worse than that.
For sure. Go ahead. You go ahead, man.
Who was your inspiration to play football?
I would say when I was younger, I've been playing quarterback since I was 5. So I definitely say Mike Vick. Mike Vick definitely. I used to wear number 7 when I was little just because I love Mike Vick, how he played. I'm talking about dude was crazy. Insane. So Yeah, it kind of started off with Mike Vick, then Cam Newton started coming up and stuff like that. So I was just like, dude, these dudes ballers. It was Deshaun Watson at one time, then Lamar Jackson going on too. So I would say right now, I'll probably say I like Jordan Love's play with the Packers. He's been balling. He's been so underrated, and I kind of feel like I kind of model my game after that, just being underrated, staying low key, handling his business. So Jordan Love's definitely been up there for me.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Again, talking about first year at college, a whole bunch of shit gets thrown at you. And when I got my first message, they always told me, like fall camp ain't no fucking joke.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you, bro, because everybody, what's his name, just to tell their stories and shit. How hard was your first fall camp?
My first fall camp was terrible. I'm talking about people don't understand the schedule of it. It's all day. You got a girlfriend, you might as well break up with her because you ain't gonna talk to her at all the whole time. It was hard. I'm talking about. I think I woke up at 5 in the morning. I'm coming off labor surgery my freshman year, so I'm waking up, going to rehab. I had to do rehab every morning. I think it's at like 5:30 every day, and it's just like it's almost like miserable. It's almost like prison. That really tests if you really like football or not, because you just up there all day, and your life for about 30 days is straight football, and then you just get right into the football season. But nah, it was tough. It was tough, but you got a good group of guys, you got a good coach, and you kind of make the most of it. Especially this is my last year going into it this year. I'm like, shoot, I already know what to expect. I know it's gonna be hard. I know I might hate it at sometimes, but we got to do what we got to do to get that chemistry down, get ready for the first game and everything like that. But first fall camp was terrible. I think I died every day, just no sleep, having to wake up. And I always remember like going when I would go to the facility. It was like I forgot what the street was called in Lubbock, but it's like where Chipotle's and Vitality Bowls is, and you could see like our outdoor field, and you just see the lights. And I'm talking about nobody's on the road. You just driving down the street, you just see the lights. You're like, yep, here we go again. So it's tough.
Yeah, all right, baby. You can go ahead, Bama.
What moment did you have? So what I'm saying. So I was watching the interview with Anthony Richardson, and he said when he was in college, his first game it was horrible. He fumbled and threw a pick, but
Yeah.
he got his confidence in a blowout where he was able to throw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So what game were you able to get your confidence to play quarterback in Power 5 football?
Yeah, I would definitely say it was probably I would say it started off. I'll give you kind of two. It started off as my first start. My first start was against Iowa State. Well, really, it was against Oklahoma. I played second quarter Oklahoma. I threw like my first ever career touchdown in that, and I was kind of excited. I didn't really understand what was happening, but I was kind of out there having fun. But I guess I would say Iowa State started off because I'm a freshman. I'm like first time out there, college ball. Here we go. Donovan Smith's out there. I was playing Brock Purdy too, so he was like, I'm just watching him. I'm like, dang, this dude can spin it. He dropping dimes everywhere. That one kind of started off. We won that game with our kicker Garibay. He kicked. I think it might be the longest field goal in history in college football history. It was like we got him to. He was literally standing on the 50-yard line, kicked it, won the game, rushed the field, and that was to get bowl eligible. So that was kind of like my okay, I'm in college, and then come back next week we play OK State. They're ranked number 9, and my performance was horrible, almost like Anthony Richardson, horrible. I'm talking about left a goose egg on the board, and it was just crazy to think because that whole game at halftime, I think we were down by 6 at halftime. So everybody was playing bad, and it was just kind of one of those things. It's like you can't really get nothing going. So that kind of like took my confidence away. Cause I'm like, damn, is this what it like? Everything before that was just a fairy tale. But I would say when we went to the bowl game and played Mississippi State, I got offensive player of the game, and then it was like bowl player of the game. So it was like 2 trophies and stuff, something like that. But that was really my like, okay, I'm playing college football. This is an SEC team. Will Rogers, I think, was a quarterback at the time. And I was like, dude, this is real ball. And, I'm in it now and I'm ready to go. So then ever since then, I kind of switched my mindset of being a kid, being a freshman to like, all right, it's time to it's time to start picking it up for sure.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, it's kind of what I'm about to ask. Is kind of like this in the same realm,
Mm-hmm.
but might be a little bit different. Like, so want to ask you, bro. What was your welcome to college football moment? It might be a workout, a big hit you
Yeah.
took. What was your welcome to college football moment?
Yeah. It was definitely the OK State game. Just being in that game, and these dudes, I'm talking about these dudes are physical. I forgot one of the linebackers' name, but he was number 20. It was like a white boy, and he just swole, beefed up. I'm talking about we looked at his Instagram after. He just big old country dude, country hat on, ripping his jeans and stuff like that. And I think I had a QB run, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I was running. I tried to make a move. I ain't go nowhere, and he just hit me straight in my thigh. And I'm talking about right in the spot where your thigh pad is not covering. He hit me. I'm talking about helmet to there, right there. Boy, I got a limp, and I'm like, damn, I can't even, I can't even move. So the whole rest of the game, I took like some Advil or something like that, and try to go from there. But the whole week, I'm talking about, I'm not even bullshitting y'all. Like I would wake up in the morning and I could not straighten my leg because it was like a Charlie horse or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
contusion.
yeah, contusion. It was a muscle contusion. It probably took me because games is back to back, so like you got that whole next week, you better prepare. So I think Wednesday and Thursday I could start like bending my leg again. I could start moving again. 'Cause I had to get ready for the next game against Baylor. But that was like my welcome to college. I'm like, yeah, this ain't this ain't no joke. So this
Yeah,
is crazy.
Chat. Hey, I know he just casually said that, chat, but chat, this little young nigga 6'5", 230. That linebacker, that linebacker had to really come with some smoke to put him down like that. I'm trying to
Yeah,
I
no,
can
it was
only
no joke.
imagine, bro. I played D2. Them boys, I done played some teams that was hitting. So I
Yeah,
can only imagine on that level where y'all boys at. That boy really had to come with that smoke to really do that to
yeah.
your leg.
Nah, it's
Uh
different when you think you the big one out there, and then everyone
yeah,
else the same size.
yeah.
Everyone else the same size, just swole. I'm like, it's crazy for
yeah, for
sure.
sure. You go ahead, Bama.
All right. What was did I already ask this?
No,
Bro,
wait,
oh
wait.
yeah. Never mind. How was it playing on the team coached by your dad? Because I
Oh,
remember
that was
when
fun.
you went to Texas Tech, he was the running backs coach over there, if I wasn't
Yeah.
mistaken, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that was super fun. And it's funny, a lot of people think I got the offer because my dad was at Tech, but to clear the air for everybody, I really almost got him the job. It could be like because when I was at Utah State for a team camp at Bishop Gorman, I was my sophomore year. I'm on JV. I'm living my best life. We like destroying every team there. They offered me, and my dad wasn't on staff yet. So then I think it was like a month later, 2 months later, they offered my dad a job because him and Coach Wells were best friends. And then they had a successful season at Utah State because they had Jordan Love at that time. So he was balling. He was doing his thing down there. And then they all transferred to Tech and took the whole staff there. But it was fun because he's a college coach. So like most of my life, he had college games while I had like little league games or high school games like that. So it was really cool just to be able to stay with him. Like my senior year, I stayed with him the whole year. Came home, talk about football, talk about life and stuff like that, and then going to Tech, being able to do that. It was fun. I would say it was fun at sometimes, but sometimes he'll always get on my ass just because like I'm the son, so I make a. It's funny to look back on it now, but I look back on it, he's like. I'll make a bad throw. So I'm like, he's like, man, what kind of throw was that? Like under his breath where I could hear him, but it's like not everybody hear him. So he would like mess with me sometimes when I throw something, and I'll give him a little look. I'm like, all right, you gotta chill with all that. But nah, it's fun. It's definitely fun just to you see him around the facility. You haven't been around that much, and then you get to be with him every day, talk to him every day. So it was definitely fun. I enjoyed it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably cool. I could. Now I'm not gonna lie. See, your dad probably cooler than mine. I couldn't imagine me and my dad on the same. No, I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine. Bro, I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie.
it's different.
I ain't gonna lie. But we can what's the name? Move on. Speed pass a little bit to your
Mhm,
pass this season. I think you had a really good season, but I want to just ask this for yourself.
mhm,
If you had to grade your whole season from this
mhm.
past year, what would it be?
Like my performance personally,
Yeah, your
or
performance personally. Yeah, your performance.
yeah, I would say, and I'm kind of hard on myself, but I probably I'd probably say like being generous, probably say like a C minus or a C plus, stuff like that. Just because now knowing that this is my last year, my habits are definitely different from last year, especially coming to Houston. It's my first time in Houston. I look back on, I kind of got caught up in like the city, like early on getting caught up in the city, just like hanging out with all my guys, meeting new people, which is definitely a part of it. Coming in, being a quarterback, and you gotta like meet everybody and do everything like that. But I feel like I didn't take the best advantage of spring, knowledge wise. We had a great spring. Like it wasn't like nothing where we had a terrible spring, but just the knowledge of the game wise, I kind of took spring for granted when it came to that. And then just the performance of myself in the fall. I started off well because just looking at it, I'm being hard on myself and I'm thinking like, no, I got to do better. I got to do this. But at one point in time, I think it was like 3, 4, or like midway through the season, I'm like in the top 3 for passing yardages, like in the Big 12. So it's not like I'm doing terrible, but just, I can care less about like stats and stuff like that 'cause I want to win games. So it's like, it's a thing where like some people could be like stat chasers or like, in order to just win games. That's what that's what I want to do. I want to win games. So our record last year didn't really show that. So it starts with me. So that's why I'm trying to do better, just knowing the game, ins and outs, understanding defenses better and stuff like that. So definitely coming harder and coming a lot better this year, which is why I'm excited to get out on my field and just show the improvement, show the difference, and get ready for the draft and everything like that.
Sure. You can go ahead, Ben.
What's one of your biggest video game numbers? And it could be like from high school, middle school, or anything. Because since you hard on yourself, I'm pretty sure you gonna have some pretty wild games in your career.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, man, I don't know. I would say I had some good games at wide receiver, but I think when I went down to Lubbock, we started like blowing out teams a lot. But I think one of the best games was when I played our rival team, and we went to, I think it was like second double overtime or triple overtime against Lubbock Cooper. Everyone that went to Friendship, they know they know Cooper's our biggest rival. I'm talking about that was like my welcome moment to Texas football for real, high school Texas football, because at Gorman, it's just like we beat every team by like 56 at halftime. So it's like you don't have a lot of people there. I'm talking about I ran out the tunnel for this game. It's 12,000 people, sold out, people in the stands, people standing around the fence. I'm like, damn, is this? They had the bands all coordinated and everything like that. So that was a crazy game just because I think the final score was like we had like 60 something points, and I threw I think 3 or 4 touchdowns, ran a touchdown, and caught a touchdown that game. So in a rival game. So I'm talking about that game was insane. It was fun, and then being from Texas, we all kicked it at Whataburger after. So it was fun. It was fun. It was crazy. And if
Yeah.
y'all ask Whataburger or In and Out, it's In and Out all the way.
Yo,
I'm In and Out all the way.
W. That's
Nah,
what I'm
that's
Yeah.
an
talking
L.
about.
That's an
Yeah.
L. That's an L. That's an L. That's an L.
Unless I say what is it, the buttermilk whatever chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
What that dude Rilo said? He said a Bernica pancake platter. Yeah,
Yeah.
he good.
Yeah.
He good.
Yeah. All right. To keep talking about the season, though, I want to talk about one of your moments that you had. One
Mm.
like I think I probably say that's probably your damn near probably the best pass I probably damn near ever see you fucking make. That
Mm.
pass you to Joseph Manjack versus Texas for the touchdown. Can you just give a breakdown of that play and what was your thought process doing that shit, bro?
Yeah, yeah. I actually, you talking about when I wrote out to the right?
It was the touchdown where you threw the fade to I think Manjack ran a slot fade. You threw
Mm.
the fade and it was literally right in the pocket while the DB was diving for the pick. Like that shit was
Yeah,
wild. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Where were we at in the middle of the field?
You was at the middle of the field. Yeah. You was at the
Yeah,
middle.
he kind of like slid into it, and
Yeah,
it
he
looked
slid
like
into
it should have been a
it.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that was great. It was kind of just it's what we coach. It was kind of one of those things. Every like basically a lot of people in that know football knows like, okay, you got your man look, and like you got your one of your best receivers man on. At that time, I think we were behind at the time, so I was like, shoot, we got to kind of take matters to our own hands. So I'm like, you know what? let me just check this. I checked him on the inside fade. Come like, dude, no, everybody underestimate Manjack because he's a white boy. He don't wear no
Don't wear
gloves.
no accessories, no nothing.
Yeah, I'm talking about the most generic character you can create in college football. No spat, no wristband, nothing. He just put the helmet on, gloves and cleats. He don't even wear a shirt under either. So he he hilarious. But I'm talking about that dude's a baller. So I'm like, I know he had him I had him in the slot, and I think they were playing like 8 yards or something, 10 yards deep on him. And I'm like, this is a perfect matchup. So I'm like, let me take my drop, look off my safety, put some air on it, and let him go run, and then just went from there, and he caught that thing. Then we converted the touchdown on the 1 yard line. But no, it's definitely crazy just thinking about being on the field and the different POV of like how everything looks compared to on TV. But that was a crazy throw for sure, definitely.
Fact. You go ahead, Bama.
What was it like playing for Bishop Gorman, dog? That's like one of the nation's, I guess you could say, blue bloods of high school football.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it like shit,
Yeah,
dog. What was it like playing at a high school like that?
Yeah, nah, it's definitely crazy. It's almost damn near like you in All American or something like that. Just I know I honestly think it's probably just like All American whenever they went to that the rich side of the school, whatever, rich side of LA. That's basically
Yeah,
what it's like. Just at the time I was there with everybody know Tate Martell. So when they were filming that whole Netflix series, I'm talking about what am I? I'm probably like a sophomore or a freshman, and I'm walking trying to get to my math class. And you just see Tate Martell and six people with big old cameras. So yo, everybody get
yeah,
out the way, filming him go to class. I'm like, all right. So I'm moving out the way. I think one time we had a son who's like a prince in Africa and something like that. And he pulls up with his sister. Chauffeur opens the door in a Rolls Royce. They in a parent drop off. I'm like, this make no sense. And then we had Dorian Robinson there, Brevin Jordan was there, Buki was there, Tyjon Lindsey. It was a whole. I'm talking, it was stacked. So it was just like I was around just some dudes, some dogs, and it was fun to be around just to see how they operated, see how they acted, and it was crazy. It was definitely a high school experience that like I wouldn't take for change for nothing. So I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah, facts for sure. Another moment I want to talk about during the season, bro. I'm not just like you gotta talk about the Hail Mary, bro. Like the Hail Mary,
Yeah,
first win for the Big 12 for Houston, bro.
yeah,
Like, just talk to me about that moment, bro. Because you throwing a Hail Mary, time expiring, that shit a touchdown, crying
yeah,
when it's saying rush the field, bro. So what was that
yeah,
experience like, dog?
yeah. Nah, that's crazy, and a lot of people ask me about it, but it's funny. It's really like the play before that. I think it was fourth and forever for West V, and I'm like, come on. I was like, it can't happen. Like they can't get no first down. The game should be over. We had a great game. I was playing good. Defense was playing good, and they throw the ball. He catches it. I'm like, damn. All right, he got a first down.
Yeah, he
Then
scored.
missed tackle. I was here. I was like, missed tackle. He keep running. Another missed tackle. I'm like, a touchdown. I was like, all right, come on, man. So I'm like, I'm on the sideline, and it's everybody. I mean, it's everybody. It's not just me. I'm like, because it was like 12 seconds left, I think, or something like that. I was like, damn, we was right there. And it was funny. Lucas Coley, he came up to me. He's like, hey, man, hey, God got us. Just pray about it. Just stay locked in and stuff like that. I was like, shoot, all right, I'm a big man in the face. So I'm like, man, I don't know what God got in his pocket for this one, but I was like, you know what? Let me just listen, see what he do, see what he does for us, and then shoot, we get the ball into range of where I can throw it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta buy. Snap the ball. It was kind of just like we just rolling, snap the ball. Then I'm like, you gotta buy time for everybody to get down there. So I'm like, shoot. I gotta roll out the pocket. And that was probably the scariest part of that play, just because when you roll out the pocket, you don't know who's coming. And I'm rolling to my left. I just like, please don't get sacked. And I'm like, here we go. I launched it, and it was funny because it wasn't even a ball that was like up in the air. Like it wasn't even like a high ball. It was kind of more of a straight line drive, like a two ball almost. And I see it get knocked up by Manjack, and the ball kind of disappeared from my angle, and then I just see Bullock come up. He's just like this, and I was like, "Ain't no way!" So I was going crazy, and then I look at everybody, the crowds, everyone start running on the field. I think Coach Holgerson looked like a little kid, and we was hugging and stuff like that, and it was crazy. It was definitely the one for the books to be a first Big 12 win, and I was excited for it because I was like, thank the Lord, because I don't know what would happen if how we would feel if we went back home and we had to watch that on film. So it made it a little easier to watch. I would say that.
Yeah, for sure. That was a crazy
Crazy.
moment. You go ahead, man.
All right, man. So this is one of the most things that intrigues me right here. You major in architecture, so just based off of where the game going now, like what are some of the interests you have outside of football? You know, like you see
Yeah.
players starting podcasts and
Yeah.
clothing companies and stuff. Do you have any interests outside of football once you hang the cleats up?
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I'm talking about. I went through probably every phase you can go through. Like architecture, I loved building stuff. So half the stuff in my house is down in Vegas. You know, like the dressers, the tables, the couches, and stuff like that. I built just because I like,
Wow.
let me build something. I love doing that. So that was one of the things. And then I was into RC airplanes. I'm talking about these big old model airplane, replica airplanes. I love to do that. When I lived in Syracuse, my dad was coaching at University of Syracuse. So I was down there and I was like in the woods. I was hunting. So I got a bow and arrow in my house right now. So I'm just like I got a bow and arrow in my case. I love to do archery. I was like I had to convince my parents to get me one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do archery classes for the school and stuff like that. I didn't get to it, but it's because we left. But doing archery and stuff like that. Then I had YouTube because I love you. Like literally, here's my camera right here. I don't even know. Like I had a camera. I had this thing for like I probably say since 2017, since 2018. So I got a whole YouTube channel right now. I mean, I'm thinking about bringing it back because Smitty, it's called Smitty TV. So I've had that. So I enjoyed doing like broadcasting and talking to like this is cool. I love doing this. And I used to be a sneakerhead. So I'm like, I was vlogging my experiences, sleeping at night over for some shoes. It was the Royal Ones that came out. Me and all my friends, we slept out in front of a shoe palace in Planet Hollywood to get those. I vlogged the whole experience, and it was cool. And I love doing that, just editing and stuff like that. So I would honestly say this is probably something along the lines of probably like film, like you said, podcast, broadcast, and stuff like that. Because even when can I flip my camera on here? Can I flip my camera on here? I don't even know how to do that.
I think you can. I don't know if you can. I don't know.
Well, I'll just turn it. But like even this, I got a PC, so I'm like, I went through a whole phase of being PC. Got a whole monitor and a setup and stuff like that. So
Sure.
it's just like all types of stuff I just enjoy doing. That's definitely probably something I would love to do. Just talking, being in front of people and stuff like that for sure.
For sure. You know, I got a few more questions. Probably like 3 more questions after
Yeah,
this.
it's good.
You know, of course, you got to talk about this. You mean because you talk about you being hard on yourself, bro. So, NCAA dropping. I mean, NCAA 25
Yeah.
games. It's in 11 years. You're going to be on the game.
Yeah.
Actually, yourself personally, what do you think your overall should be in the game?
Man, I don't care what the rating is as long as it's above an 80 at least. You know, it could be an 80 flat, but once you see that 7, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, oh, not even like a 79. I'd be like, damn, 79. So I would have to. I'm gonna be playing with myself all day on the game. All right, we gotta get this. We gotta get this overall up or something like that. But nah, I hope as long as it's an 80 or above, I'm not tripping. You know, because overall, like this is probably coming from somebody that's like not gonna be rated high. This is just a game, so who cares? But but as long as it's in the 80 range, low 80s, I'm high 80s, I'm cool with that. I can't complain at all.
Okay. For sure. You go ahead, Ben.
No, you got it, bro. I pretty much asked all of mine.
I say, yeah, I got what's his name? Three more questions, but they're all literally in like it's the same thing, but literally.
Yeah, I got you.
So, you know, I always gotta ask players and their positions, they top 5. Since you're a quarterback, we're gonna go down. We're gonna do college football, all time, and then NFL career and all time for NFL quarterback. So, it don't have to be no order. If you want to do an order,
yeah,
cool. But
Yeah, but I want to
I'll
start
say do no order, bro, because the internet annoying. Just
yeah.
I
Listen,
got
you
you.
yeah,
can
them
you can
boys
just
annoying, bro.
do no order. And your
Yeah.
opinion, who do you I'm gonna start with college football. Who do you think are the top 5 best college football quarterbacks of all time?
Okay. Top five. I start off with Cam Newton for sure, because he was crazy. He was crazy. I after watching that little documentary on Netflix, was it Johnny Manziel? Because I'm like, you look at everything he was doing that as a freshman. I'm talking about they built up the stadium for him for a freshman. He was doing some crazy stuff. I say Johnny Manziel for sure. Lamar Jackson's season was crazy, just what he was doing out there. I would say Tim Tebow, he was a baller. Tim Tebow was a baller, and then last one, I'm trying to think. Last one, I'd probably say Baker Mayfield, just because he was a walk on. He started off as a walk on to OU, and it was just up from there. So I'll say those are 5 I can say off the top of my head right now.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What's y'all 5? I think I saw one of
I'll
y'all.
probably say
Y'all talking
mine
about
is
this.
Cam, Burrow, Vince, Lamar,
Ooh,
and then
boy.
the 5 spot. I think to me the 5 spot is so you can go with Manziel, RG3. You can go with so many people at 5 for me, honestly. So I say, Bama, who your 5?
you know I'm biased, but Cam my goat, of course, man. Cam, Vince, Vic. I'm 32, so I gotta throw
I
my
got you.
old up in there. Vic. Then you got that boy. I gotta agree with you, bro. That boy Bo was some serious, man. Like
Yeah, for sure.
when I was in school, Bo was the man, and 5 gotta be for real. Tua, man. Like
Tua?
yeah, like
We talking about all time? Like
all time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, all time.
I will say,
Listen,
I will say this is the biggest Alabama fan you'll ever meet. Like,
that okay, that's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if you can see in my background right there, but these
he literally
jerseys right
has
here,
all
all
the star,
Alabama players
I tell you, all
that's
the star players
from the
that
NFL.
Alabama in the league right now: Diggs, Mac Jones, Tua, Smitty.
yeah.
He has all the jerseys, bro. I'll give him respect.
Since we on the show right now, bro, this is how you know how deep off in them Bama waters I got. It's hiding the closet, but I got a Henry Ruggs jersey. It's hiding. I gotta hide it.
Oh yeah, we gotta hide that one.
Yeah, that's how deep off in
For
the
sure.
Alabama
All right,
waters.
so just to move on, now second one. Who do you think are the top 5 quarterbacks right now in NFL?
Right now, I don't want to say it, but is like you gotta say it. I think Patrick Mahomes, he undeniable, even though you don't want to say it, but got to put Patrick Mahomes there. I say Josh Allen, he a dog. I'm gonna go a little out the way. I'm gonna say Jordan Love just cause I like him. I knew him. He's balling. I would say what's it called let me see. We'll talk about this after I finish. But Brock Purdy, I think Brock Purdy been balling too.
Okay.
And then what's it called? I'm forget CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud had a crazy season, so I think it's only up for him. Just especially the receiver room he got coming in. Yeah,
all right. And then we can do the all time. Then we can talk about Brock Purdy for a second before we head out. So now let me see. Let me get your top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
Dang, all time. I would say, dang. I would say I throw a little curve. I would say Randall Cunningham. He was a baller. He's my pastor at my church actually in Vegas.
Oh, that's fine. I even know that. That's fire.
It's crazy. I would say him. I guess he's all kind of biased. I would say I like Mike Vick for sure. Let me see. Dang, I don't know. This is hard. I'm gonna give you 3. I can't think of 5. I'm gonna give you 3. And then I say, ooh, let me see. I would say Primetime Cam Newton. That was good to see. I was like,
Wrong with that.
primetime Cam Newton. That was fun to see. That was fun to watch. I'll
Well,
give you
nobody
those two
saying
right
ain't
there.
nothing wrong with that.
That's
Yeah.
fine. For sure. Now, what do you want to talk about Brock Purdy?
Yeah, because a lot of people think what they call him a systematic quarterback or something like that. What y'all think about that? Y'all think he just knows he don't handle business?
I think Brock is a pretty solid quarterback. I think, of course, he's the best quarterback they've had in a minute.
Mhm.
So I think he can get overrated sometimes, but I do think he can get overhated though. But I think he's pretty solid. Nothing too crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. That's honestly. Bama, how you feel about Purdy, bro?
Nah, he showed me a little bit in the playoffs this year that he was. I mean, to me, game manager not bad because at the end of the day, shit, y'all all manage the game. Shit, even you right now managing the game in college. But that one play where the time was about to expire and he stopped Kittle from motioning to run the play, still ran it to the side where it would be effective. That kind of showed like he coming into his own, like he understanding the playbook, he understanding how plays work. It ain't just the team carrying him. That shit right there kind of showed like, hey, bro, he know his shit, he know his plays. Like he can't help that he got good weapons, but he ain't just out there sleepwalking. And bro, you know the game, like you play quarterback. Like I try to tell people, dog, I know how to throw the ball too. That shit not like how you looking at it on the TV, like how the angle they showing it from, like
it's
dog,
not.
It's you. That shit takes some talent to throw the people open, throw past certain defenses, lead people in windows. Like, bro, that zone shit is annoying. Having to throw windows as where them boys crossing like that. I don't think people at home really know that, bro. You know, like it's not the easiest. So I just let alone playing quarterback alone. You feel me? So that's why he got my respect, bro. 255th pick. You gotta rock with him. You got to.
Yeah. I was about to say, hey, piggybacking off of that, just like it's always funny seeing like people in comments on like Instagram just like bashing quarterbacks. I'm like, dude, y'all don't understand. Cause I like the best view NFL used to have is when like the behind view when you could just see everything. I'm like, it's no joke. I'm talking, especially in NFL, like the type of throws that these dudes miss, half of them they are throwing the ball before the wide receivers even looking. I'm like, it's insane. Like people just don't understand. Then you gotta know the defense. You gotta know your pre-snap stuff. Then you gotta know your post-snap stuff. You gotta know what the O-line is doing so you make sure you don't get hit by a blitz or anything like that. And you got these 6'5" dudes. You got the running backs you got to worry about too, where they're gonna be at your check downs, and you got to do all that in a matter of like 4 seconds. So it's crazy. People don't understand it, but it's a lot for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go on. If we hit 40-minute mark, let's go wrap it up. Wait, real quick before we head out. Super chat with my dog Donnie. $2 on super chat. Appreciate Donnie for the $2. W Donovan Smith. Good luck this season, dog. Room for you.
Appreciate you for sure.
Appreciate everybody that came out. You know, first VIP room back in the month. Appreciate you, Donnie, for coming out, bro. I really do.
Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate the chat. We going back live, literally in an hour, talking about college football. Want to be ranking potential Heisman finals. Hey, my nigga Donovan might be on that tier list, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. The
sleeper. Also too, literally the next day, Friday, of course, the playback stream. But before the playback stream, my dog SB Sam Browns will come on for the VIP room. We'll tap in back with us, all that. So I appreciate everybody that came out, and yeah, man, we out. Peace. Yes, sir.